Hey everyone, Stacks here. Welcome back to the channel. If you haven't yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button because today I'm bringing you a preview for Venom number 21. Donny Cates picking up where he left off from Absolute Carnage and rolling right into this Venom Island storyline. There's also some really cool variant covers I'll go over at the end of the video. But first of all, Donny Cates is writing this. You got Mark Bagley doing your pencils, Andy Owens on inks, and then you have Frank Martin and Eric Arcianega on colors. And Frank Martin was the colorist for the duration of Absolute Carnage. So, I mean, I thought he absolutely killed it and didn't get enough attention. I think I mentioned in just about every video I did about Absolute Carnage. Now, just to set the stage for Venom Island, the page here talks about recently the bloodthirsty serial killer named Carnage returned, hoping to slaughter anyone with symbiote DNA in the bodies to free the symbiote god Knull from his prison at the heart of a planet Clintar. But when Eddie Brock's son Dylan got caught in Carnage's path, Venom threw caution to the wind and absorbed Carnage's symbiote. He saved Dylan, but set Knull free in the process. Now Knull is en route to Earth, and nobody but Eddie Brock knows. Bro, you gotta tell someone, I'm just saying. And the book starts by getting rid of, I mean, this hurts me, Donny. Getting rid of Eddie's beard. So he's standing looking in the mirror, shaving, and talking about what happened a few weeks ago. Talks about how he was forced to make a choice to save his son or to kill the world. And he made his choice, and he thinks that most fathers would do what he did. Maybe not. Maybe that's not what a hero would do. Needs of the many and all that. I wouldn't know. I was never good at this whole hero thing. Either way, my son is still standing and Knull is still coming. Nothing to be done about either. So we wait. And we live for as long as we can. And then Dylan comes in and says, "Hey Eddie, car's here. You're going to be late." And Eddie, without the beard, basically says, "Yeah, let me get dressed." And the symbiote transforms into a suit rather than just a black undershirt. You do have the sleeper symbiote here in panel, which is pretty cool. I'm glad they're keeping him around, but I hope they don't relegate him to a cat for too long. Part of the fallout from Absolute Carnage was that, you know, Dylan finally found out that Eddie is his father and not his brother. So, you know, when Eddie looks over his shoulder and says, "So you're still going to stick with Eddie then? You gave it any more thought of calling me, you know?" I mean, it's uncomfortable, the fact that Eddie can't say, you know, "Can you call me Dad?" You know, so it's still weird. But Dylan turns around and kind of stomps off and says, "Hey, you're going to be late and this is important, right?" And Venom tries to, you know, tell Eddie, "Look, hey, it's okay. He's just going to need some time." Something else we find out is that after Absolute Carnage, Peter Parker talked to Liz Allen and basically set it up to where Eddie and Dylan can stay with Normie at least until they can find a place to live. We get a little bit more internal dialogue from Eddie talking about, hey, the kindness he's been extended isn't something he's used to. He's also concerned because Dylan seems distant ever since he found out that Eddie's actually his father, and he just hopes that he'll eventually come around. But in actuality, none of that really doesn't matter because he's pretty much at this point waiting for the world to end when Knull shows up. From there, Eddie gets in the car and tells the driver, "All right, so look, you going to tell me where this super secret hideout thing is?" And he's interrupted by the computer of the vehicle saying, "Bioscan complete, Edward Charles Allen Brock confirmed." And the driver tells him, "Please put your seatbelt on." And the car basically flips down its wheels and goes airborne. I have no idea what's going on here. I just noticed the driver's eyes, the black pupils, very symbiote-esque, and apparently they're going to an island. I don't know why, but I'm assuming we're gonna find out soon. Well, something else I mentioned on the way in is that this has some really dope variant covers, and this one's by Lucio Perello, and then you have this one by Clayton Crane, who I'm a huge fan of. So those are two of the really, really cool ones. And then you have a few more here. You have a Mark Bagley variant that looks pretty cool. And then you also have this Derek Chu variant that is really cool. It's got the Venom bum rush going on here, which is pretty awesome. But anyways, this is one of like 4 comics coming out for Marvel next week, so I'll be picking it up and doing a review for it. I've been on Venom since Donny Cates took over. Actually, so I'm gonna stick with it and see where this Venom Island thing is going. But anyways, that's all I got for this preview video. Make sure you leave a like, hit subscribe if you haven't already. Help me hit that 3,000 mark, hopefully by the end of the year. And guys, I sincerely appreciate you taking the time to watch. That's all I got. Real Comic Stacks out.